Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, the search is on in Whitley County for a man accused of punching his girlfriend's toddler. We'll tell you more about the case against Kenneth Bird. It's coming up this morning.
A stormy weekend threatening many July 4th celebrations. We'll tell you what to expect.
And we're looking outside, seeing that rain slide to the north. Now, our flooding risk is going to be there. That's my main concern. But what about your weekend? Are we going to get rid of the rain just in time for those fireworks? That update coming up next.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
It's Friday and it's July 3rd. We welcome you to WKYT This Morning. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Hard to believe it's already July 4th.
I know. I mean, here it is tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, you expect that to be a very hot holiday.
You do, hot and muggy, but it might be a little muggy. But as Mike is telling us, it could be a little bit on the cool side thanks to this rain.
And you know, that's one of the good things about this rain is it keeps those temperatures way down. And it has felt pretty nice past few days until that sunshine comes out, because the muggies are still there, like Rebecca was talking about. But with all this rain outside, man, you're really continuing to see that flood risk to continue to be on the increase. As of right now, the main concerned area is actually north and northwestern Powell County. Now, that'll take you just on the line of Powell and Clark. So if you're traveling down the Mountain Parkway, there's a flash flood warning in effect until 7 a.m. Almost 3 inches of rain just past 12 to 24 hours. Keep that in mind as you're traveling. 77 this afternoon, plenty more rain in the forecast today. But it's about the weekend. I'll talk all about that. I actually have some good news for you, and that'll come up in just about 10 minutes.
All right, we'll take good news anytime. We'll see you shortly. Thank you.
Yeah, and as Mike has been telling us, it's set to be a stormy weekend in the Commonwealth.
Right, and with this being the 4th of July holiday weekend, that could put some of those big celebrations in some jeopardy. WKYT's Victor Puente is live downtown in Lexington with a look at what to expect. Victor, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. The skies over downtown Lexington will be booming this weekend, either with thunderstorms or fireworks. The Fifth Third Pavilion should be packed throughout the weekend. The Independence Day festivities started yesterday and then continue through the weekend. Tonight, the Wanna Beatles will be taking the stage next to me at 5:30. Then at 8, a patriotic music concert is happening on the Morrison Lawn at Transylvania University. That's featuring the Lexington Philharmonic. Now, starting tomorrow, getting around downtown could be difficult unless you're on foot. The Bluegrass 10,000 starts at 7 a.m. Then the 4th of July Street Festival runs from 9 a.m. to 6 in the evening. That has vendors and musical acts spread across downtown. Now, in the middle of that is a parade at 2 o'clock. That festival has multiple roads closed, including Main Street, Short Street, and Limestone. So unless you're taking part in the festivities, getting around could be difficult. This all wraps up at 10 o'clock Saturday night with a fireworks display that's visible from pretty much all of downtown Lexington. Live in Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Well, for a lot of us, fireworks are an important part of an Independence Day celebration, but Lexington's Firebrook neighborhood says its annual fireworks display has been grounded. Back in March, the Lexington Fire Marshal changed the permit process for fireworks displays. That change included requiring a minimum of a $5 million insurance coverage, an increase of $4 million. One councilwoman says it's because the value of homes in the area is on the rise. While officials are raising concerns, some of those in the community say it's safer than setting off fireworks yourself.
They spend about 4 or 5 hours setting up. The entire area is caution taped. You've got skilled professionals doing it. You can go to Kroger or somewhere to get fireworks and do more damage to yourself than a professional.
Well, city leaders say the insurance policy can be carried by either those setting off fireworks or the organization hosting the event. On WKYT.com, we have a complete list of July 4th celebrations around the Bluegrass. Well, police need your help finding a man they say is responsible for abusing his girlfriend's young son.
The Whitley County Sheriff's Office has an arrest warrant out for 25-year-old Kenneth Bird. He is facing a criminal abuse charge. Deputies say the 17-month-old boy's mother, Felicia Smith, first told them that her son fell off of a porch. But they say she later changed the story, claiming Bird abused the little boy.
The child woke him up and he started punching the child in the face and then twisted his left arm behind his back.
Police say the child had a broken arm and bruises on his face. He is expected to recover. Police have charged Smith with criminal abuse as well. They say she waited a day before getting her son medical attention.
One person is dead after a crash in Shelby County that blocked the Interstate 64 for hours. It happened yesterday afternoon near the Simpsonville exit. Police say a car ran off the interstate and hit a tree. They say one adult was killed in the crash. Another adult and 2 children had to be taken to the hospital. Police say they all have serious injuries and are trying to figure out what caused that crash. We now have a look at the men police say are responsible for a smash and grab heist at a Lexington jewelry store. This video released by police comes from Jared on West Reynolds Road the night of June 19th. Police say 2 men smashed open a glass case and grabbed jewelry. They ran off with the 3rd man who was waiting at the front door. Police say the 3 men left in a maroon Dodge Caravan. The men stole thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. Police have not made any arrests.
We're coming up on 5:06 on WKYT this morning, and a young woman from Washington State has become the first in the country to die from measles in a dozen years. There have even been 11 cases of measles this year in the county where she lives. Graham Johnson has that story.
The first person to die from measles in America in 12 years died here in April at University of Washington Medical Center. Health officials identify her only as a young woman from Clallam County. Tests back this week from an autopsy revealed she died of pneumonia due to measles.
I think probably the thing that's the heaviest on our minds right now is just the tragedy of it all. A young woman, dying to a disease that is preventable.
Dr. Jeanette Stair-Green is the interim health officer for Clallam County. Washington has had 11 measles cases this year, 6 of them in Clallam County. Stair-Green did not identify the Clallam County Medical Facility where the young woman was exposed to measles during the outbreak.
And she was at that medical facility when one of our cases was present. It was before that person developed a rash that was indicative of measles.
Stair-Green says the young woman had been vaccinated for measles earlier in her life, but she had health problems that compromised her immune system, making her vaccination ineffective. Stair-Green says this case shows why anyone who can be vaccinated should be, to create a herd immunity and protect the most vulnerable.
It's important to vaccinate.
That is the bottom line.
And back here in Kentucky, a Franklin County distillery is celebrating an expansion. Buffalo Trace Distillery cut the ribbon on its large visitor center last night. Distillery leaders say they had to grow to keep up with demand. They say more visitors are stopping by every year.
Which is wonderful for us to be able to do, because it's a sure sign that what we set out to do with tourism has been a success.
Buffalo Trace also celebrated the renovations of the old Taylor House, which is nearby. That house was built in 1792, the year Kentucky became a state, and it took a year and a half to restore it.
Buffalo Trace isn't the only distillery experiencing growth. The entire state's bourbon inventory reached a 40-year high last year. The Kentucky Distillers Association says members have completed or are planning projects worth more than $1.3 billion. Heaven Hill is one of those distilleries. Their new $30 million expansion will allow them to increase their bourbon production by a third. So still a very, hopping industry in the States.
And is hot right now for sure, no doubt. Time this morning is 5:08, and WKYT This Morning on your Friday is just getting started.
A new study shows that a couple's attractiveness could be linked to how long they've known each other. More on that coming up in 5 minutes.
And we have some rain out there this morning, and you know what? We're going to have rain out there this afternoon. But what about your 4th of July forecast? Might have some good news for you, and I'll have that coming up next.